Now, my friends, this week has had to have been one of the most trying weeks in the life of old Dan the Man Larson, because not only did he end up in jail for the entire weekend, but it seems like he's been given the cold shoulder by his best friend Deion Sanders. And you heard me right, Coach Prime. That's Daniel's boy now. And you might be wondering, how did we get to this point? How did these two, forces of nature manage to become inseparable? And that's because Daniel simply got a comment on his community tab saying, Daniel, it's me, Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, and we would love to have you sing the national anthem at the upcoming CU versus Colorado State game. And Daniel, being Daniel, he was ready for it. He was like, all right, Coach Prime, I'll see you there. No questions asked. That was all they needed to do, just make a burner YouTube account, ask Daniel, and he'll be there. And he was there. And he managed to record a lot of it, so we'll get to see the events of what happened and even the aftermath, because now the body cam footage has come out. And my friends, he's just as delusional as ever. Is that really shocking? Now, obviously, this is something that we expect from your average run-of-the-mill locale, but Daniel always takes it one step further. If you think that Chris Chan would just believe anything any woman told him, Daniel will believe anything that anyone tells him, anytime, anywhere. And that's exactly what happened here, because, if you still don't understand the sarcasm, it obviously wasn't the real Deion Sanders commenting on Daniel's page, but Daniel just believed it through and through, because he's that important of a person that obviously Deion would ask him to come sing the national anthem. Not only that, he wanted Daniel on the sidelines. I don't know if they're looking for a new offensive coordinator, but maybe Daniel would have been perfect for the job. Nonetheless, let's take it back to square one. Let's take it to where Daniel goes to the college, and they have the whole Fox game day set up there, because, it's a really big game. The Rock was there talking about it on the Pat McAfee show. A lot of stuff was going on here. And so Deion's up on stage, I guess answering some questions or just doing something for the game day. And Daniel's in the crowd trying to scream up there, get his attention, let him know that you forgot about me. Come on, Deion. And also he's intermingling with members of the crowd who are a little too happy to see him, if I must say so myself. But with all that being said, let's see how Daniel's day went once he got to the field.
Hey, so I'm supposed to be over there with Coach Prime, but his message he sent to me said I was supposed to be up there and get the VIP pass.
Where are you? Did you try?
I tried, but they wouldn't let me through security.
If you're supposed to be there, maybe talk to security or something.
I did. They said that he would have to come out to me. This is so fucking awkward. I feel kind of embarrassed. I'm supposed to be up there. Holy crap, this is hectic.
Hey man, how you doing?
Hey, give me 1 second.
All right.
This is all messed up.
It is, man. Dude,
I'm supposed to be up there.
Are you really?
Yeah, I'm supposed to. I was supposed to pick up my VIP pass last night.
Oh.
Celebrity pass, yeah. And fortunately I couldn't because I was in downtown.
Oh, damn.
And then Coach Prime was messaging me this morning to be, and Deion Sanders both were messaging me to be down here at 5 a.m., 6.
That's sweet.
And unfortunately, I went to the wrong field.
Oh, damn.
And so now that I'm down here, they're busy up there talking
Just
and
trying to
can't get me
figured
through.
out. Damn, I
They
feel
can't
you.
get me through security.
I feel you, man.
It's all fucked.
It was at this point that I realized that Daniel thinks that Deion Sanders and Coach Prime are two different people. One of them has to come down and get him at some point. But you hear how he's talking to these guys. He's in utter disbelief that they're not just cutting everything short, being like, all right, if Daniel Larson could come to the stage, they could have probably smelt him. They were probably aware that he was there, but, they just couldn't find him in the crowd in that sea of people. But that sea of people had a lot of Daniel Larson fans in it. And obviously, I get the people, maybe when you're face-to-face with someone, people act differently. But I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. It's if you know who Daniel Larson is, you should be aware of, what he's done, the type of person he is. And these people just seem to want to take pictures of him when, if anything, they should have tried to run as far away as possible.
You guys see you today?
I'm going to the game. I'm supposed to be with Deion Sanders on the sidelines.
Hell yeah.
But I don't know how that's going to happen if he's up there talking.
Yeah, that's also true.
Mr. Blabbermouth is up there.
Just keep talking, huh?
Yeah, can you believe Mr. Blabbermouth on stage? Old Deion just talking to reporters about like the game plan for today and stuff people actually care about. You know, but Daniel wants him to focus on the real issue at hand, and that's scouring the crowd to look for him and get him up on stage to sing that oh so important national anthem that was probably already sang a few hours prior to Daniel arriving.
All right, next up, we've got...
Hey! Come get me! Fuck! Shit.
What do you guys think of this side?
Oh, I'm screwed. This is so awkward. I'm so fucked! I'm so fucked, man! Come get me!
Are they not letting you in, bro? Dude, come on, they gotta let you in. Daniel, they're not letting you in, bro.
What do you think of that side right there?
Hey!
All right, then we've got a little bit of artistic intelligence.
Shit!
That's how Union Station works. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Give me 1 second, sorry.
All right, and last but
Hey! I'm supposed to be up there!
what do you guys think?
Fuck you guys!
What's up?
Hey, what's up?
How are you?
The fucking security won't let me through.
No way, why not?
Hey! The security won't let me through!
No, fourth and...
I know! This is so fucking awkward!
I got you $100, so hang out. Do you think she should be in the top 3?
Oh my god! Look at the comment. Daniel could easily outrun Deion Sanders. Hello, President Larson.
Hell yeah.
I'm so fucked, Deion.
President.
You know, I could probably outrun him.
If you think our winner...
Alright, hypothetical time. Obviously, Deion in his prime Coach Prime in his prime would easily beat Daniel in a race, but modern day Deion, you know, like old man Deion versus modern day Larson, who wins? Because it's honestly a crapshoot. I know what you guys are thinking, like, dude, it's Deion Sanders. Like, he's beating Daniel Larson, but like, come on, this is a guy who spends almost every waking hour just walking around. And most of the time running from something. Even if it's nothing, it might be his own shadow, could be a troll, but he's always running from something. I feel like Daniel's stamina is pretty high up there with the greats, you know? He probably has some good conditioning when it comes to that. Obviously, I could be giving the little guy too much credit, probably am, but I don't know. You maybe put like a troll or like an ominous looking white truck behind Daniel, and he's outrunning anybody. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. You're probably just gonna tell me how crazy I am, but just want to pose the question. But obviously, look, he's yelling up at the stage. He's getting interrupted by so many people who want his attention. It's just a wild day for Daniel here, and obviously, it bears repeating just how insane this is. He thinks he's here, supposed to be up on the college game day stage. For what reason? I don't even think he knows. Like, what purpose would he serve up there? Talking with Gronk about, man, how good is this Colorado defense, Gronk? And then Daniel Larson replies, like, yeah, I really like the Colorado defense, but what I really like is my new song out on Spotify called Roaring Thunder.
It's right here, Ranger.
Is there any way we can get a picture?
Yeah, go ahead.
Appreciate you.
Take 50, take 60, take 100.
I'm gonna get one next too. Here we go. Alright, bro, can I get one too?
Hey, come back here.
All right.
Can we get another
Another
one?
picture.
Hey, we need another one. Hey, brother.
Hell yeah, we did! Second place.
Thank you.
Hey!
My name's Daniel too.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, bro?
Hey, I'm supposed to be up there. Those fuck rags won't let me up.
I think it's just a good time to remind you guys that everyone in this situation right now just absolutely sucks.
Hey, I do exist.
Daniel, can I get a picture with you? I'm your biggest fan.
You gotta be just the best human of all time. You're just the greatest, bro. You're the best.
Got it.
Daniel, when are you running for president?
Daniel, let me get a picture.
2049.
2049, got it. That's good. Good run. No one else will be.
What's going to be your claim to fame when you're running for president?
You'll never succeed.
Hey, one last thing. Can I get a picture of you real quick? Real quick, please. Real quick. Thank you. I've been a big fan for a while now. Love you, man. Danny, please. We love you.
Yeah.
President, we love you. Just me. I'm not pushing or anything. You know what I'm saying.
Oh my God.
Daniel, let me get a pic, man.
So you guys get the idea, right? He shows up here absolutely delusional as ever, thinking he should be on stage, but then all these people kind of swarm him and pretty much just inflate his ego. Obviously, this is not something you should do to someone like Daniel Larson, because he already has this like massive idea of self-importance because he's a, in his mind, celebrity, and people doing this type of stuff only strengthens that belief in him. And I don't know, man. It's just, why do this? I mean, is it really that exciting? It's like I said, The Rock was there. Gronk was on stage. Like maybe when one of these guys are walking like out the back thing, maybe try to like poke your head over, get a selfie with them. But like Daniel Larson, really? Like, I mean, I don't know. To each his own, I guess. But some people are just out there. Some just as much as Daniel. I wouldn't put these people on the same level as Daniel, but they're definitely pretty weird. So now we get to the part where I think a lot of you clicked on this video for. Daniel, a little bit later, decides, hey, where this was, like this event, was not at the actual field that the game was being held at. So Daniel made his way there, and when he got there and they found out that he didn't have a ticket, well, Daniel kept trying to press security, saying, guys, like, you don't understand. Deion told me I have to be there. And the fake Deion Sanders even messaged Daniel again and said, hey, Daniel, just show them this message and just walk by them. They'll understand. And obviously security did not understand because they just have some guy in front of them showing them a random YouTube comment saying he's allowed in. And then we didn't really hear much about after this. A couple clips came out of him arguing with security, and then a couple more clips came out of him being grabbed by those security guards and taken away, being like pushed on the ground, getting put in handcuffs because he apparently had striked one of them. The security guards say Daniel striked first. Daniel says that they striked first. Obvious he said, she said situation. But now, without further ado, we're gonna look at the body cam footage here, and I'll put the link to this whole thing down in the description below, and you guys can go check it out in its full entirety. But we're gonna look at here and see what happened on that fateful day after Daniel's friend Deion just didn't come through for him.
Verbally abusive with the staff at the gate over there, made contact with them, basically when they told them to.
If they will be in contact, this will be our party from the Louisville as well.
Since we tried to get them off the property, then came physically aggressive towards us, shoved one of our supervisors,
sorry, I'm not aware of a
put my hands on, took me to the ground,
That's fine, that's for shift wins.
and tried to punch me. Then as we're walking him over here, trying to get him over to you guys, he
I can copy that.
donkey kicks back, kicks the other guy.
Yeah, just take your backpack
You're not gonna fight us, man?
I'm not.
Okay. Let's take your backpack
We are gonna put you in cuffs, so just until we figure out what's going on, okay?
Okay, and I would like to talk with you guys as well.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, we're definitely get
We're
your
just
side.
gonna...
So just for some safety purposes, we are gonna put you in cuffs real quick, okay?
839, stand by 1, we're good 5.
What's your
your
side
name,
on you?
It's Daniel Larson.
Daniel Larson.
Okay, that's right. Daniel, how's your YouTube channel going?
Not good. There's been people that are manipulating and posting stuff without my permission.
Oh, okay.
And there was a miscommunication today.
Okay.
That led to security trying to kick me off property, and then I was told that, well, I have an interview inside with Deion Sanders, and I was told that I don't. And then I was told I'm not a student when I am a student.
Okay, here, let's stand up real quick. Let's get you out of this corner.
You know, I probably should have mentioned it earlier, but the main reason Daniel's actually around this area is because people have convinced him that he is actually a student at this college. Now, I assume it was just another troll telling him, hey Daniel, I'm someone who works for the college, and you've been accepted, we've given you a scholarship. I think actually, a matter of fact, at some point he claims that Deion Sanders himself gave him the scholarship, and Daniel thinks thinks he's simply just going to walk up to the school, be given a free dorm room, and be just given a piece of paper that tells him what classes to go to, and that's that. Obviously, it sounds kind of like, when you first go to college. The only problem is, it costs money. And Daniel does not, in fact, have a scholarship. Matter of fact, he's not a student at the school. And he's fighting tooth and nail with the security guards and really anyone on this, because he got a random text message, damn it, that said he was a member of the school. And obviously, even trolling attempts aren't enough to make him realize that he doesn't go there. A group of guys walked around with Daniel and took him on a quote-unquote tour of the school, only for it to end up in one guy just calling Daniel names and calling him out and just kind of messing with him at the end. And he still believed that this was like just some random tour guide for the school who happened to be a bully. You would think that would have made him realize, but I'm not going to show that video, but it will be linked to the description below. Another video on the Daniel Larson Curators channel, great channel down there. But his delusions really shine through. The second the cops start talking about him, they start talking about his YouTube channel, which shows that they actually know about him. And he immediately starts talking about miscommunications, this, that, the third, all the same stuff he always talks about. Because everything's like really, it's all serious to Daniel. This is all business. He's talking to a bunch of important people with important messages, and he can't understand why he's in this situation. But I tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen, he handles it a lot better than one Chance Wilkins does when he gets arrested.
So, we heard what their side of the story is. I want to get your side of the story.
So, there was a major miscommunication.
Okay.
So, I am a student here at CU.
Okay.
Deion Sanders.
You're currently enrolled?
I am. So, that's part of the issue. I am not enrolled yet,
Okay.
but I did get a full scholarship.
So, you're an applicant at this point?
I'm an applicant.
But you don't have a Buff 1 card?
I don't have a Buff 1 card because I'm supposed to get that on Monday.
Okay.
Okay. Deion Sanders got me a full celebrity scholarship. Okay. As a student, it pays for 100% tuition. Okay. I am supposed to be doing an interview all day today and helping out alongside Deion Sanders. Okay. Now, the security all day long, so first of all, I was getting bumped around place to place to place. I was at Business Field earlier today because I don't have security on me. I was getting followed by fans, stopped every 2 or 3 feet, and by the time I got to Business Field, they already finished the interview by about 2 minutes. The security lied to me and said that they were done hours ago, which I know is not true because I know the time frame. Okay, so then I'm being told that Deion Sanders moved from himself through text that he is down at Folsom Field. So I am going down to Folsom Field. I try to get through security there. I show them the text. I don't have the VIP pass because I couldn't pick it up yesterday. Deion Sanders was supposed to help out with that himself, but if he's in interviews, he's unavailable.
Okay.
Security wouldn't let me through. They were telling me to go gate to gate to gate, and then they got the people in the yellow jacket up to me, security, saying that I was causing a ruckus and told me I'm not a student when I am. At that point, I am on the phone with the events coordinator, one of the events coordinators, tells me to just talk to the security and refuse to leave because I am a student and I am supposed to be inside if I'm doing an interview because it will look bad on the press. Okay, so at that point, I say, well, I'm a student here, and they, of course, try to put hands on me. At that point, I put my hands up to try to block because they told me to just shut up and leave. Okay.
Block what?
Block them from, trying to put hands on me to force me to leave. Okay. They wanted me to leave the entire campus. Okay. So they tried to put hands on me to force me out of the state, like force me off the campus. And at that point, I put up my hands. They then grabbed me, called assault. They moved me up against the fence,
This occurred just outside the stadium or inside the stadium?
Outside the stadium. I never once got in. Okay, that's what we were trying to do, but Deion Sanders is in interviews. So
And this happened just outside of the magnetometers?
Right outside. There's like the
Detectors?
big gate, and then there's like where it says gate 6.
Okay.
So I was outside that big gate.
Outside of on the road of Colorado.
Yeah, on Colorado. Yeah, pretty much. So at that point, one of the security guards, I don't even know if he was grabbing my neck, okay? All I know is that something was making it to where I couldn't talk, and it felt like I was being pulled back, okay? So somebody was definitely holding onto my throat or something, okay? At that point, I said, you're grabbing my throat, and all they did was shove me harder, and I wasn't refusing anything at that point. I knew that the guy or somebody was doing something with my throat because it was my shirt that was basically being pulled, and then I felt hands, okay, all around me. So at that point, I decided, well, I'm gonna just have to get somebody off my throat, and I decided I was going to kick, trying to get whoever it was off me, because somebody was like actually on my throat. At that point, they throw me to the ground, and then they pull me back up and start walking. And then they're like, I'm screaming, I'm a student, I have an interview. And they said, no, you don't, no, you don't, no, you don't. At that point, I'm cooperative. And then the person walking me, the security guard, starts, pulling on my hands. I think that, I thought that was assault or whatever. I didn't know what was going on other than, just super, super aggressive for no reason at all. Since I was walking with them, I pull a little bit, not trying to get away or anything, but I'm just, trying to just, get, the aggression to stop pretty much, okay? And at that point, I, try to, kick with my foot, trying to just, get, because they were using aggression. I was like, I need this to stop. I need to, I was basically trying to match their level, okay? At that point, I'm like, I'm not going to be aggressive. I just tell them that. I keep repeating it. They set me down over here. At that point, they do find out I'm a student, and I am getting enrolled. And that's where things are now. And now I'm talking to you.
So the Oregon security staff has no way to tell if you're a student or not. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay.
Student records are protected by FERPA, and there's no way for them to tell. So they don't know whether or not that was said or not. Okay. And whether you're a student is irrelevant.
Yeah.
Okay. Right?
Right.
And quite frankly, whether or not you have an interview with Deion is irrelevant.
Right.
Right? Because in order to accomplish certain tasks, you need a pass. And
that was part of the issue.
But that's not how passes work, right?
Right.
I can't say I'm a cop. I'll prove it to you when I get dressed tomorrow, right?
Right.
Yeah, I'm here as an officer.
And part of it as well is because I knew what was going on, and I knew that I just couldn't go inside without that pass. So when I was trying to get that pass,
yeah, and they won't let you pass. That's just
exactly.
That's tough, right?
Right.
So here's the deal. Let me ask you a clarifying question so I understand it. Who touched who first?
So it was, I think, it was definitely security of some sort. And it was because they asked me to leave the entire CU campus.
And then when they did that, did you do that?
And at that point, I start walking. I'm on the phone with, it was the event coordinator for CU. They told me at that point that they are getting everything, because they were on the phone with me, it was on speaker, they could hear everything, okay? They told me to all they said was that I need to fight back and need to, just let them know that, look, I'm on the phone with the event coordinator. We're trying to get things sorted out. You can't just ban me without, if I'm supposed to be working the event, especially for an interview. At that point, the security was like, we don't care, stop talking, or we will get the police, stuff like that. And at that point, they tried to put hands on me, trying to forcefully take me out. And then that's when I get aggressive, because they try to put hands on me.
So as you guys know, I usually talk a lot during these, but I felt like I had to let that long extended bit play out so you know how Daniel acts when he's really just talking to the cops, thinks that it's no one else there but him and them, and it really just shows you how delusional these cops must think he is. Because listen to how many times he goes on about how he's supposed to be up there with Deion, just going on these like crazy ramblings about why he was justified in trying to fight off security. And when the cop brings stuff up to him and is like, listen, like, you know you can't just walk in there without a badge, Daniel's like, yeah, well, that's why I had to go in there to get my badge. And it's like, again, like, why would you even think there was a badge for you? That's what any logically thinking person would think. So they know what they're dealing with Daniel. I mean, as we've already mentioned, they bring up his YouTube channel from the jump, so they know what type of guy they're dealing with here. At one point, Daniel tells him that, you know, they grabbed him and he just kicked. He kicked. And it's a great time to bring something up that I've been bringing up in my live streams all week, and sadly I have no screenshot of this, but I bet you one's out there. Because Daniel posts so much on his community tab, after I think like 100, 200 posts, all the other ones are just kind of deleted from at that point, you know? So someone asked Daniel right after this situation, Daniel, why did you get arrested? Did you put your hands on security? What happened? And I swear on my life, ladies and gentlemen, Daniel responded with 2 words. He just responded, I punched. Like, what does that mean? I punched. Like, so he tells the cops that he kicked, but in his comment section he claims he punched. This is a huge... There's a huge miscommunication going on here, as Daniel says. So, who knows what really happened, but I'll tell you what didn't happen. Daniel's story of events. He went up to security, just wouldn't stop running his mouth, demanded to be inside there off of something that some random YouTube comment told him, and they thought he was just as crazy as the cops. So the cops showed up, and, you know, lo and behold, Daniel gets arrested. So Daniel was in jail for 2 days. He was in jail. A lot of people thought he'd be in there longer, but once Monday came, Daniel apparently took a PR bond because his bail was $2,500, and Daniel paid that off and then immediately went on his YouTube community tab and was crying about how he's so down money now. He's always down money, but obviously this was a chunk of change he did not expect to have to pay, but he did, and now he's in the same scenario he's always in. As I'm recording this right now, Daniel Larson is hosting a sleep stream in which he hopes everyone will just donate to him so he can wake up to thousands in his bank account. Do you guys think that's what's going to happen? Probably not, but you know, we'll see, because there are some crazies out there, as him being at college game day showed. So, when it comes to Daniel, obviously there's always so much going on. Like, this is definitely one of the craziest things I've ever seen him do. And of course, it rightly ended up in him being in jail, but it just shows you, man, just how much people, it's so easy to say this stuff and he just believes it. And I gotta say, right off the jump, always, ladies and gentlemen, never touch the poo. Do not try to become Daniel's, like, new big troll. It'll never end well for you. Just always watch from afar, ladies and gentlemen. Heed those words. And remember, if you think you're the exception, you're not. I know this might sound harsh, but you're not funny. Even if you have this grand trolling plan, it's not gonna work. You might think it worked this time, but this is one of those, like, 1 in a million things. And I know I said Daniel believes everything, but, you know, everyone's kind of laughing about this Deion Sanders stuff. No one's gonna laugh at your little idea to make Daniel, I don't know, just do something crazy. No one's gonna enjoy that. Watch from afar, ladies and gentlemen. But at the end of the day, that's just what happens with Daniel. He's got a wacky world around him, and it'll never change. It'll never change no matter what anyone does. So, you know, that's about it. That's about it, and I'll always keep y'all posted on Daniel and every other locale we cover on the channel. Y'all know you got it here. So my friends, I'm going to head out of here, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Hope you guys are able to just kick back, relax, and not really think about any of the troubles in life. I know sometimes life can get you down, and it might seem insurmountable. Like, how am I going to come back from all this stuff going on in my life? Things might seem really bleak, but I guarantee you, I fucking guarantee you that one day you're going to turn around and shit's going to be way better. Maybe it's a week, maybe it's a month, doesn't matter how long, but if you keep fighting through it, I swear to God, shit gets better. You know, life just has a way of working things out like that. So if any of y'all are going through a tough time, let me know in the comments, and I guarantee you in about a week or a month's time, I want to see you comment again, let me know that shit's all better. Because that's the fact at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen. People might think I'm kind of weird for giving these tips about making your life better at the end of watching someone make their life so much worse, but that's the meaning behind it. You can laugh at these things because of the sheer ridiculousness of it and the fact that these people have put themselves in these situations. And you can use it to go, man, maybe my life just ain't that bad. But if your life really is at the point where you think that it's so bad it can never get worse, just look towards the future, look towards that day when you know you're going to feel better. Keep telling yourself that. Keep telling yourself that one of these days we're going to put all this bullshit in the past no matter what it is. And you know what? It's going to work for you. But that's if you're not like one of these pedos we cover. Like if that's the case, if you're White Bowser listening to this, this message is not for you. But if you're one of the homies in the chat, one of the thousands of you down there that always comments, just thank you guys, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.